Hello, welcome to the week that was, in which ambition held centre stage. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's ambition was to go back in order to safeguard the future. He wants to transform the kingdom, but to do so is demanding a return to moderate, open Islam, of the type he says existed in the kingdom before 1979. That was a reference to the Iranian Revolution, which helped accelerate the spread of radical Islamist ideas across the Muslim world. Saudi Arabia was not like this before 1979, said the Crown Prince. We want to go back to what we were. We want to live a normal life, coexist, and contribute to the world. Now, this is tied in with Saudi's Vision 2030 project, for which there was another ambitious announcement. The Crown Prince unveiled the 500 billion NEOM project to build a megacity in northwestern Saudi Arabia as part of an independent economic zone stretching into Egypt and Jordan. NEOM? It's from the Latin word neo, meaning new, while the M comes from the Arabic word for future, mustaqbal. And the city? Starting from scratch means you can build in new technology in a manner impossible in old cities, and that means fully automated and powered from renewables. It'll sit at a global trade choke point and at the centre of aviation routes. Now, success means Saudi Arabia is a world leader in developing cities of the future. Speaking of the future, Saudi Arabia also invested $1 billion in Richard Branson's Virgin Group. The money will go to his space companies, including Virgin Galactic, which intends to fly tourists to space. In all of this, success is not guaranteed. The difficulties are huge, but so's the ambition. Across the border in Iraq, there was a curbing of ambition. The Kurdish leadership offered to freeze its declaration of independence. In Baghdad, Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi said he would not accept anything less than its cancellation. There may be more armed clashes over territory in the north. Now, this week a number of things happened in the Korean crisis. Individually, they didn't make headlines. Taken together, they should. President Trump sent a third aircraft carrier into the Pacific. The Americans say the deployment of the USS Nimitz was previously scheduled. Maybe. But they do now have vastly more firepower off Korea than usual. What else? Well, the US military was reported to be looking at its plans to evacuate US citizens from South Korea. Just in case. The Americans, South Koreans and Japanese conducted joint missile defense drills. The US Air Force is preparing to put its nuclear-armed B-52 bombers back on 24-hour alert for the first time in 25 years. And the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Joseph Dunford, arrived in South Korea on Thursday. Oh, and the North Korean Foreign Minister, Ri Yong-fil, said his leader Kim Jong-un wasn't kidding about conducting an atmospheric thermonuclear test. That's ambitious. The rerun Kenyan presidential election failed to take the country forward. The incumbent, Uhuru Kenyatta, will probably be declared the winner in the coming days, but with the opposition leader Raila Odinga boycotting the vote, turnout was at just 33%. Thousands of polling stations were closed because of fears for staff, and there were clashes between opposition supporters and the police. The election underlines the deep fissures in Kenya, which tends to vote along ethnic lines. Kenyatta is from the Kikuyu people, the largest group in the country. Other communities fear being dominated. Catalonia? We moved into uncharted territory. The Catalan government declared independence on Friday. The Spanish government responded by implementing Article 155 of the Constitution, imposing direct rule on the region and announcing a snap election. This will all require local officials, including the police chiefs, to cooperate, and that might include arresting people. And if they don't, they face arrest. Let's hope the ambition on both sides now is to avoid violence. That was the week that was. See you next time.